These are 20 of the most overrated, overhyped products of 2024 that you should not buy. And I feel like my channel is normally so positive. I'm usually recommending things that I love, that I think you'll love, but every once in a while this video is necessary, so I apologize. I'm gonna be very negative. I'm gonna be bashing a lot of things in this video that you might love. And granted, some things I might even be suggesting an alternative, but then there's a lot of things that I'm just like flat out, just don't buy. Don't waste your money. It's stupid. So at first we're starting in the beauty world, and then we are moving into other categories like home and just random stuff that, again, super hyped up that just suck. But let's start with the Patrick Ta foundation. What the heck? This is so not good. Everyone hyped this up. Well, not everyone, just a lot of TikTok influencers, and then everyone went out and bought it. And then if you read the reviews, like, no one actually likes this. Like, there's a lot of people. I'm sure there's someone watching right now that swears by this, but for the most part, if you actually read the reviews, a lot of people are not a fan of this foundation, and I agree. It definitely is more dewy, which isn't a bad thing, but I feel like it just really emphasizes every texture, every pore. It just doesn't do anything for the skin. I wanted to love it. I do not. It's also $58, pretty expensive, which also leads me to another very hyped up product that's $69, essentially a $70 foundation. It is Giorgio Armani, the Luminous Silk Foundation. Now this does have kind of like a cult following, but again, there's a lot of people that do not like this, and I'm one of those people. It's not worth $70. It definitely adds color to your skin, but that's about it. It doesn't make my skin look better. I feel like foundations should enhance your skin. You should just look in the mirror and be like, wow, like I wish my skin always looked like this. This just doesn't do that. It's not worth it. Now, since I just bashed two luxurious and expensive foundations, let's share the love or the hate with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. It's cheap, it's affordable. I hate it. I hate it. It is the most driest, the most cakiest, the most line enhancing foundation I've ever tried. It also oxidizes really bad, meaning as soon as oxygen really kind of gets into the formula, it goes darker. Like you think you have the color, but you really don't. So I know it's affordable. It's not worth it. There's so many better foundations out there, guys. And then we have the Unbrush, which yeah, for some of these, I'm clearly inserting a photo of them because I bought them originally, hated it. So I either trashed it or donated it or gave it away. I no longer have the Unbrush, but definitely a very hyped up product for 2024. I'm sure you saw all about it. I even have footage of me trying it for the first time because I had such high expectations. And here, I feel like I'm even a good candidate. Like I have long hair. Everyone swore that no matter what, it would just like glide through your hair. So here's me starting at the top, expecting to just, it was gonna be glorious. I just knew it. And immediately it got tangled. So I'm like, oh, that wasn't good. So then I started lower, and immediately also got stuck in my hair wasn't even that naughty. I just don't understand this at all. It's so not worth it. There's so many other cheap yet better brushes out there. Then we have the freaking hair identifying spray. Like the white spray that you spray on your face to identify the hairs on your face, so then you can take a dermaplaning tool and shave it all off. So dumb, so dumb. So again, I got it. It gets everywhere, first of all. So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna go on your face, but it's also gonna go all over your clothes. It's gonna go all over your sink. It is honestly just a nightmare to clean up, but it makes you look kind of weird. I feel like maybe it's more the experience people were liking, like it makes you look a little crazy, and then you can go in and like shave off your face. Just use the dermaplaning tool. You don't need to identify your hair. You see it coming off when you actually use a dermaplaning tool, and it's just such a better experience with less mess. And I honestly don't know what's in that stuff, and then you're kind of like opening your pores, you're creating little tears on your skin, and then that's like going into your skin. Just don't buy it. Speaking of skincare, this is not like a specific product, but I just want to take a moment and bash the 10-step skincare routine that brands are trying to talk you into doing. Stop it. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I love products. I love trying things. I love, again, recommending things that I think are actually worth it. But a 10-step, 7-step, whatever step skincare routine, I feel like a lot of times is really unnecessary. They are trying to create products and you feel like you need all of them, and it's just a marketing ploy. A lot of times, most times, eye creams are literally the same thing as the moisturizer. They're just trying to get you to buy 2 products instead of 1. Pimple patches. I really don't like pimple patches. I think they're way overhyped. I think they don't do anything, but sometimes I would go as far to say I think they make it worse. I have tried this so many times. I can't even think of one time where my zit got better faster. I think it either just leaves it the same, or in me, I swear my zits actually got worse and like lasted longer. Comment down below. I know a lot of people love the Mighty Patch. They say that it like sucks stuff out. I've never seen that actually happen. It does like change the color of it a little bit, but when you really look at the patch, it's not like there's actually any gunk there. No, it might be some oil from it sitting on your skin for 12 hours. But anyway, I know this video is really probably making so many people irate because again, I am talking about products that some people absolutely love, but sometimes I feel like people get so hooked on the hype of it and they're blinded by it, like it really doesn't do anything. Next, we have certain red light therapy devices. I'm just flying different examples here on the screen. Now, I'm not saying all of these are bad. I actually think red light therapy, if it's a very good quality, very good spectrum device, that's probably very expensive. I think that actually really heals and does a lot of good, but there's so many brands out there that put the light in like this tiny little square or this tiny little strip, and you have to spend so much time going over your whole face. And so I think it is much better to really take the time to look into a full mask that has the full spectrum, just like the kind of red light that's gonna really penetrate your skin. And again, it's gonna be expensive. And that's really why I haven't recommended much red light therapy, because I want to do my due diligence and really research the best. I would just stay away from the tiny little devices that you're just supposed to move over your skin. Like it's not gonna be enough to do anything. And that leads me to something similar, yet very different. The cheap microcurrent facial toning devices, okay? Again, I don't think these are bad. I've recommended the Medicube one, but I really think the Medicube one, like it's powerful, it's kind of expensive, but I really do think it works. But there's so many cheap ones out there that it kind of feels like it does something, but it's only like, it's literally like moving the muscles in your skin. So you're like, oh my gosh, it's toning my skin. And you think it's doing something, but when you really look at the research behind it, it's literally doing it to the very top layer of the skin. It's not really reaching like the subcutaneous, dermal layers to like actually see a long-term benefit from it. So I would just also be very cautious of these devices as well. Super quick, if you're enjoying this video at all, maybe you're disagreeing with me a little bit, but I would love for you to take 2 seconds and actually subscribe down below. I feel like people don't subscribe as often as they used to, and I would love to have you back. All right, so that was a lot of beauty products. So we're gonna move on to some other stuff, but just so you know, at the end of the video, I am coming back around and I'm gonna talk about 2 products that'll probably shock you, so keep watching. But if you had to think of the most overhyped product of the entire year, what would it be? I know you can do it. Think about it. Drum roll, please. Yes, it is. It's the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup. I just want to say the Stanley Cup company hit the jackpot this year. They probably made so much money. It's not bad. Like I have 2 of them. I've said this before, so I'm going to be quick, but the Simple Modern, so much better. This is $25 versus $40, and I swear this is sturdier, tons of colors. It works just as well. Just buy this one. Oh, but that leads me to the Stanley Cup ice cube maker thing. Again, sometimes companies, they are clever. They're clever, but they come up with like these gimmicky things that you think you need, and it's just like, oh, so unnecessary. So unnecessary. So I bought it. That's what I do. I buy all these things to test out. And it's like a silicone ice cube tray thing. You fill it up with water, you put it in your freezer, you let it freeze, and then you have to like pop out these ice cubes that fit perfectly into a Stanley Cup. And again, clever, but it's so much work. It's so hard. It's so hard to actually get those ice cubes out of the silicone tray. Then you put them in a certain order, and then it allows you to put the straw like straight down the middle. Just put ice cubes in there. It'll be just fine. It's just as good, if not better. Now this next one is a big one. A lot of you love this, I'm sure, and probably haven't heard the information that I'm about to share with you. And thank goodness I found this information out before I recommended it to you. It's the LMNT electrolyte packets. I was this close to putting it in a video. It almost went live, and then at the last minute, I cut it from the video, thank God, because I really don't want any of you to buy this and use it. It turns out that this is actually just pure table salt. I did talk about in that particular video how amazing sodium is for us. It actually allows for so many good functions in our body, and so for people to just like say, I need to limit my sodium intake and my salt, like that's actually kind of bad for our body. So I really recommend the Baja Gold or Celtic Sea Salt, putting it directly into your mouth for all of the trace minerals and electrolytes and sodium that our body is always craving. So I highly recommend these. Don't recommend this. Again, pure table salt, very bad quality. The company, it turns out, was like hiding a lot of this, and then the very high levels of maltodextrin, which like way more than what should ever be in a product, and people are eating this or drinking this every single day, and it's just not good. So I would say if you are using this, maybe stop. Another very, very, very hyped up health product that you've probably seen all over your Facebook, Instagram ads, I mean, commercials on TV, they have a big freaking marketing budget, okay? Armra colostrum and Cowboy colostrum. I'm not knocking these brands at all because I am a firm believer in colostrum. I think it is one of the best things you can take to boost your immune system. However, my problem with this is that they don't advise people to take it correctly. You have to take colostrum on an empty stomach. Otherwise, it's not gonna do anything. And so when you read the instructions of these brands, it says
to put it in your smoothie, put it in yogurt, mix it into coffee.
Oh my gosh, putting it in coffee would be the worst thing you could possibly do because the heat from the coffee is instantly going to kill all of the good things that need to go into your gut. If you're gonna take any of these products, sometimes I even want to work with Armra, to be honest. I think that it's so good. Maybe one day I will. I'm just saying, if I ever work with Armra, I will be saying, take it on an empty stomach. Next on my list is the Baseboard Buddy, which if you don't know what that is, this is what it's a very hyped up product this year. So I ordered it. I was excited because I do have quite a lot of baseboards throughout my home. They collect dust. They look dirty all the time. You extend it. It runs along your baseboards and lickety split, easy peasy cleans them all up. No, it falls off it's not easy to do. It doesn't actually clean anything. Complete waste of money. I wish I would have filmed myself doing this. I instead recommend the damp duster. I've talked about this in other videos, but it works wonders for baseboards because of these ridges, and you do get it damp. And because it's damp, along with these ridges, you just slide it over your baseboards and it cleans the dirt, the dust. They look brand new. And then the Nike Panda Dunks. Man, these were hyped up. Like, they were mega hyped up. I wanted them so bad. I paid like double what I should have paid for these. And then when they arrived, I was so excited. And granted, like, you know, it was really fun opening these because not much excites me anymore, unfortunately. So when I got these, I loved them. I started wearing them. And then within 2 weeks, I started realizing, wow, everyone has these shoes. And when everyone has something, they don't seem as special anymore. They don't seem as cool. And so again, these were definitely super hyped up this year, but I feel like they kind of went in and went out just as fast. And then the purple toothpaste of 2024. I think it's called High Smile. I was excited about this because like I don't have super yellow teeth, but Josh, I mean, I love him. Okay, he doesn't have yellow teeth either, but he doesn't have like super white teeth. So I was like, he's the perfect specimen to try this out. And if it's amazing, it'll be like a cool recommendation for you guys. So he tried it out, and in theory, it should work because purple cancels out yellow. So it would like turn your teeth white. No. It just like stains your teeth a weird color. Not even white, just like a weird greenish color. It's fake, it's temporary. It doesn't actually do anything at all. You'd be much better off actually buying a whitening toothpaste like Lumino. Again, doesn't have peroxide, it's not gonna damage your enamel. Much better route. The Donna Karan deodorant. This is like the luxury deodorant that is supposed to smell really good. They market it to be really healthy. It's like the elite, the expensive deodorant that like rich people, celebrities like to use. No, it's not healthy. It smells not good, like too much fragrance. And again, I'm very particular in what I will put in this area. So I like the Primally Pure. I like the coconut oil based ones. Like there's just different healthy deodorants that are way better. So I don't need to get into that. I've gone over that so extensively, but the Donna Karan deodorant, so hyped up and not worth it. Now I want to talk about hair because I do curl my hair a lot. I feel like I have a lot of experience with curling my hair. I'm not saying I'm the best or anything, but I feel like again, for 2024, the heatless curls were all the rage. And I'm not saying it doesn't work. I've even recommended certain sets that you could try, and like they do in fact work. You go to bed with kind of damp hair, put it like wrap it all around. It kind of is hard. Sometimes people can't even do it correctly, but you go to bed, you sleep, you wake up, you pull it out, and you have heatless curls. I stand by, I think it's too hyped up. I mean, again, they work. It is so uncomfortable to actually sleep to the point where like, I refuse to do this. I don't care if I damage my hair. I want to have a good night's sleep. Even the ones that go on the top or the side, I don't care. It like pulls your hair. It's too tight. It flops around. I am not a fan. And so let's move on to the biggest one of the entire video, the Dyson Airwrap. I have it. It was like $500 and everyone wants it. I feel like anybody that doesn't have it, they want the Dyson Airwrap. And I think it is good, but I just can't believe it's freaking $500. There's times I've seen it $600. I think it's starting to like come down every once in a while and be like
$25 off or maybe $50 off.
but still, it's like $450 to $500, and it looks good when you first use it. Like it definitely, you know, I think it's not as damaging to your hair, and it can create a really voluminous, like blowout look. But at least with my hair and a lot of my friends that have it, it doesn't actually last. And so you're constantly having to restyle and retouch up your hair. So again, not completely knocking it, but for $500, in my opinion, it's not worth it. So again, if there's anything in this video that I really love instead or recommended instead, it will be linked down below in the description box, and I'll also pin it in the top comment. But again, there's probably not gonna be that much because this video was definitely very negative. I'm sorry. I just want you guys to see this perspective of me because I am in fact pretty picky. So many videos I'm just like,
I love this, I love this, I love this.
and maybe you just lose the fact that I do in fact hate some things a lot. Please subscribe if you're new, and please come back and watch me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.